I forget that I'm supposed to be front iron. So we say, okay. So where we at? Okay, so I went to the next store, and the next store I went to, it was like I was a regular at that store. And when I say friend, I'm gonna say I would use the term lightly as friend. It was like we didn't, go out or hang out anything outside the store, but I was a regular at the store, so we just like kind of build like that type of like customer client relationship, like friendship. So we would just always crack up and laugh, and she would like all my extreme looks. And sometimes I remember one time I had spiders. I did a design where I had like little spiders hanging from my nails, and she thought it was a real spider. She was like, "No, I have a serious phobia of spiders." She's like, "Oh, I thought." I was like, it was so funny. Let's say actually we found how we kind of like first met. So anyway, so I came over there and I was going to go get some conditioner for the hair. With this color, because it's been heavily bleached. It was already processed already because it's bleach hair to get the light color, so it would take the color, the hair color. So I'm in there talking. Like when I came in there, she was on the ladder like restocking the stairs. Restocking the shelves. And so when she was there, then she turned around. I was like, "Hey!" And then she looked down the ladder. She's like, "You are just too much." And she was just shaking her head. And so she was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't do anything." I was like, "Look." So we were just talking, and she was about to go on her lunch break. So she was like, "I'm gonna come in here." So she came outside and talked to me on her lunch break. But we were standing outside of the store. A lot of people kept walking by, and they was like saying like, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair. It's so beautiful. How'd you do it?" And then they kept somebody coming in. It's like, "Oh, excuse me, can you mind if I take a picture?" I was like, "That's fine." It's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And so then it kept happening with her. She was on her break, and then she came in. And I remember another a couple people came through, and then she was like, "Yeah, yes, her hair is beautiful. Yes, she did it herself. Yes." And I was like, "Don't be rude." I mean, it's like, come on. I was like, I understand the way sometimes talking, you're on your break, and people want to keep stopping and taking pictures and stuff. I mean, she wasn't like mad rude, but she was sarcastic. But I was like, that's fine. And like people, and they just like, "Oh, it's so beautiful." And then they just started to linger, like just stay there. I was like, "Okay, thank you." After you say thank you and you smile, like how long am I supposed to hold the smile for? Like, are you really? And then I remember specifically when I was at that store, this lady don't come out there. She said, "Oh, this is so beautiful." And then she said, "Can I touch it?" And I said respectfully, so I was like, "No, why y'all gotta always touch stuff? Some things you can just look at it. Why do you want to touch it? No, don't put your fingers through my hair. What are you doing? Can you just let her mind?" It's like, "Hey, ask me questions, want to take pictures, but why do you want to touch it?" It's like, it's crazy. So what you see right here, you can see even though what I'm doing right here is just getting the feel of the shape, because I just teased it lightly and just put a little product in it. One of the things I love is the Got to Be Glued and it's for hair. Got to Be Glued. I think I'm pronouncing this right. Schwarzkopf. They make some good products for like spiking hair and everything. I think you can see that on the bottom, and it says for hair. It says glue for hair. So it's good for spiking no shade. It's good for spiking hair, and even if you want to do like regular curl style. But I just spray a little bit on there just to get a general shape of what I want, and then I'll harden it like to be completely But right now I call these my little teals. I'm just flat ironing these, and what these? I don't know if I mentioned the I like the oil-free wig shine. I get these at the beauty store, and sometimes I'll mix up, because this is for human and synthetic hair. And then sometimes I'll use also the I like the olive oil by ORS. I think that stands for organic root stimulators. I was like, I tried so many different products out, but it's like in this little coconut oil. It works good. It's lightweight. It doesn't really build up on your hair, and it smells so good. So I just interject that in there. So you can tell what I'm doing on here. But anyway, so I'm back to it. And it's like, "Well, you got to touch stuff." I'm like, "No touchy. I don't want to be petted. No touchy." I think one of the weirdest touch situations was when I had my nails even longer than this. I mean, this is considered a little shorter of a nail. this lady, I was going through the drive-thru and she was handing me my food. She said, "Oh my gosh, your nails are so gorgeous." She's like, "Can I touch them?" I said, "Why do you want to touch? No touchy. No touchy." Well, it's like, I understand, like, you know, people are gonna be inquisitive. So I was like, I always try to be, you know, polite and everything. And then that was another, just an interjection. I like to use a rat tail comb, like if I'm shaping it, because I want what I'm going for is to get the little black stripes of hair evenly distributed throughout the blue. So this is just me getting a feel again of like, let's see, this needs to go to here. And so you see that extra little tails up there, because you can wear it to the back and then look like an orangutan from Bleach. Anime lovers would know what I'm referencing to. But okay, so back to the story time. So, and I was like, no, respectfully, so I would appreciate this. And I was like, no, I just prefer not to have, you know, strangers touching me. But anyway, so then this other lady rolls up and she rolls around her car and then she's like, "Oh my gosh, your hair." She's like, "Yeah, sis, your mama, you are rocking that hair." And I was like, "Okay, thank you so much." And then she said, "I sell handbags and stuff." And she said, "You know, I had a custom handbag that was the exact color of your hair." Now keep in mind, my hair is not, like what you're seeing right now, is not the very vibrant blues and hues like it was. Like again, it's like I made this design 10 years ago. So after washing and doing touch-ups and everything, the blue is not as vibrant. So she was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "That's cool." And then people would just crowd around. I was like, and I was trying to talk to my friend. I was like, "That was cool." I mean, I can be, you know, respectful. I understand that. As long as you're not taking my space as well. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, don't touch it. You can look, but don't touch. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I went to another store after that, and then the manager of the store, she was like, "Oh my gosh," he was like, "Your hair is just so amazing." And then he asked me, you know, like how high, he's like, "How high is it?" And I said, "I don't know, I didn't, I actually, even to this day, I didn't even measure, because each time I do it, it depends, like if I was extended out, I don't know. So I never measured it." And so I said, "I don't know," but I said, I do plan to make even, you know, bigger designs, or, you know, higher headdresses and all that stuff, which I do have a big headdress. I'm not sure if in one of my videos, my previous videos, I think it might be in December. I'm trying to look at the camera too as well, but I'm kind of using the camera as my mirror, and I'm looking at the mirror, trying to stay engaged and talk to you all as well.